crypto warriors, changing our world day by day. The way of the crypto warriors, can't rely on the bankers, no way.
Good morning, Bix Weir, Roota.com with your morning horn of Z's, your sip of coffee. Yes, it's chaga. Yes, it's tea. I'm on day 9 of the reboot cleanse. Feeling good. Lost a little weight. You're going to see me slowly shrink down over the next 2 weeks. Because now we're on to smoothies, and then next week is juices. Yeah, I know it's not good to fluctuate, but hey, I was on lockdown. There's always an excuse, right? I do want to point out that I have posted a live version of Litecoin is the right coin that I did in Vegas. It was a slowed down Bruce type version. Go check it out. Go to roadroo.com, and it's right there at the front. It looks, I made this graphic, and I'm like, I basically put a screenshot of me playing into a picture of Vegas, and I'm looking at it, that looks like a huge billboard in Las Vegas. Hey, I miss those days. I miss those days of when we go outside, we can fight for what we wanted. We can try to grow our businesses. We can talk about anything we wanted. Those days are long gone in year 0, unfortunately. I think we can bring them back, but it's going to take a lot of work over the next couple of years. So, whoo, it's going to get crazy. What, Bix? Did you say it's going to get crazy? It is crazy. No, it's not crazy. It's going to get crazy. Let's talk. Number 1, we got 5 days. Only 5 days to the Bitcoin halving. That's a big move. And especially right now, you can contrast. People are going to say, why is Bitcoin going up so much? And they can look at Bitcoin being a deflationary currency versus what's going on with fiat currencies. Inflating to the moon, that was always the plan. That's what Roota wrote in the sand. Inflate to the moon. So when moon, for the amount of fiat, it's coming soon. You never run out. You never run out of fiat. And the U.S. is the very last country to end this. We have the world's only ever global reserve currency. No matter what people are saying, the U.S. dollar is strong because of the market rigging, because everything else is fiat as well. Not everything, but a lot of it. Silver's not fiat. Gold is not fiat. Cryptos are not fiat. Most cryptos. XRP, would you call that fiat? I don't know. It's kind of mandated by the banking cabal. But, if the banks go down, XRP would be worth 0. If the banks don't go down, it'll be worth a lot. And right now, they're not down, so it's worth a lot. Bitcoin right now is at $9,239. Do you guys remember, all you guys on the road to... Remember when I was giving away $20 worth of Bitcoin? Back when it was like $200, and I was screaming, everybody buy Bitcoin, get your Bitcoin. What are you doing? Get your Bitcoin. And I was giving $20 away in Bitcoin on the private road for every renewal and subscription. Well, you guys have done pretty well, right? Pretty damn well. I'm screaming it now. We're at the halving. We're going to jump to 100,000 at some point. All you got to do is be able to ride the big slams down. If the global economic system freezes and crashes, who knows what will happen to the price of Bitcoin? The price of Bitcoin is determined on criminal exchanges. Imagine 50 Mt. Goxes. That's what we have today. They don't trade the real thing. It's all... We'll get there, though. Decentralized exchanges or something like Veritasium gets put in, and we have honest markets. But yeah, is now a good time? Sure. If they slam it down 90% with their computer programs, is it a good time to buy? Absolutely. It's always a good time to buy a Bitcoin when the old system is being destroyed. And that's kind of where we are. So all the cryptos are looking good. And there's a great site called bitcoinblockhalf.com. It tracks the Bitcoin halving. We're 5 days and 10 hours, 18 minutes, and 4 seconds away. And this is when the block rewards, the amount of Bitcoin created when every block is found, changes from 12.5 coins down to 6.25 coins. So it gets halved. Every 4 years, it's halved. And a block is created every 10 minutes. If you don't know what I'm talking about, do some early research on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You know what the best place to do research is? Everybody asks me, Who can you teach me about cryptos? Can you teach me this? Can you teach me that? Who's the best teacher? Can I go to a program? The best teacher is you. All the information is on YouTube. Every question you want answered in cryptos. They were very early on in doing this. That's why cryptos were successful, because of YouTube. It's an information library on cryptos. You do have to sort out the crap from the good stuff. Never send anybody your private keys, obviously, and never even get involved with people who you're not absolutely sure in cryptos it's not a scam, because there's a lot of scams in cryptos. Make no mistake, there's a lot of scams in cryptos. All right. I want to show you something. Let's look again. We've seen this 100 times, but here's the past halving price performances. Look what Bitcoin has done after every halving. Real tough time coming into the halving. This is when the bankers slam it down, pick up as much as they can. They let it rise easily. And then after the first halving, boom, jump, jump, jump. And it took a little over a year to hit the all-time highs back then of like $800 from like 20. What is this? Anyway, huge jump, right? Second halving, we got our slam down, and then boom, happened again. Look, it went down right at the beginning. Everyone said, oh, Bitcoin's dead, and then boom, straight up to 20,000. Then it went down again, same old thing, and down just recently so the big money can get in, and then we're going to see boom to at least 100,000. Some people are saying $250,000 per Bitcoin, and today it's at 9,000. You don't have to buy a Bitcoin either, a full Bitcoin, and you can. Other cryptos are going to be dragged along with Bitcoin. How much so? I don't know. It depends on the cryptocurrency. Right now, I'm loving Theta. Theta's got their mainnet coming out. I'll talk about that in a second. Mainnet 2.0. Theta is going to be on the tips of everybody's tongue. You don't know what Theta is? It's going to be the tip of your tongue in the next 2 to 5 years. Everybody. And everybody will be running Guardian nodes on their smart TVs. That's the Internet of Things. That's the future. That's the sci-fi world that Cliff Hyde talks about. All right, let's go right over to the other asset that you should be buying. Oh, look at gold got slammed down for no reason. You see this a lot in gold and silver. It's all criminality. The thing you got to think about when you're investing in silver is, one, you're investing for the end game of manipulation. I'm not going to sell an ounce of silver until the criminal COMEX is shut down, or they implement something that assures honest and free trades, something like Veritasium or decentralized exchange. Until then, I'm loading up on as much silver as I can for the day of reckoning. 150 years of price suppression is going to go away, and there'll be banks taken off in stretchers. We already saw Scotia Makata Bank say, I'm getting out of gold and silver. They know what's coming. They're in deep cheat. JP Morgan, what did they do? They rigged their way out of a short position and went long, and all the time during the 9 years of holding the Bear Stearns short position, they were loading up on physical silver behind the scenes. Now they have over 1 billion ounces. Right now, over 1 billion ounces is $15 billion worth of silver. JP Morgan is sitting on $15 billion worth of silver. Where is it? Where is it on their balance sheet? They hide it. Absolutely, they hide it. It's all hedged, so it comes out to zero somewhere, hedged somewhere. Who knows what the hell's going on at that criminal bank? I do know that there's 6 metals traders up on RICO charges, indicted for RICO charges, meaning JP Morgan might not be as smart as they think. Jamie Dimon might not be as smart as they think. If they get nailed, if JP Morgan gets nailed on RICO charges, the penalty for RICO charges is 3 times what you sold, up to 3 times what you stole, which is 3 billion ounces of silver they'd have to pay back. Technically. Who knows what's really going to happen. But we are at the end game for silver. It's been a long time coming. I don't know what day, but remember, when silver goes, everything falls apart. There are 8 banks that hold the massive silver short position that will be taken out on a stretcher. Now, we know JP Morgan's long. Who are the other 8 banks? Kind of banks? Probably BlackRock. Definitely Citibank. Can Citibank go down and the rest of the world just go along just fine? No. It's a systemically important bank because it's got trillions in derivatives. It's all about the derivative market. So keep an eye on silver. We'll have $2 days. We'll have $10 days. We'll probably have $50 days, maybe even $100 days in silver if it's freely traded. Most likely, when it gets to $2 to $3, when it gets back over 20 into the $30 range, they might even shut down the COMEX, which is great. The COMEX is a criminal exchange run by the U.S. government. Absolutely. It was set up to control the price of silver with futures and options. Those are silver derivatives they're talking about there. The COMEX and the LBMA trade over 300 billion ounces of silver derivatives every year. That's insane. Let's take a look at the silver futures. Nothing real excited looking for May. The delivery month is a kind of a dud. You got 1,022 deliveries. That's 5 million ounces of silver. I mean, it might seem like a lot to you guys, but JP Morgan can sneeze that. But look, at the end of the trading yesterday, minus 1,000 contracts. That's like nothing. Look at the open interest in silver for the May 20 contract is 2,538 contracts, which is 10 million ounces. Look at July. 99,000 contracts, 500 million ounces. Is July the month they're shooting for to take out the banking cabal? It's not going to last that long. The system ain't going to last that long. Go see the Roota timeline for my take on what's going on right now. But this is lackluster trading when you have 40,000 contracts. 40,000 contracts equals 20 million ounces. No, wait. 40,000 contracts. It's 200 million ounces. It's insane. The amount of contracts traded, not the open interest, traded every day. What if all of those people stood for, all the buyers stood for delivery in this contract? 200 million ounces. We'd go from 2 million ounces to 200 million ounces. Things can change on a dime in the criminal market, so keep an eye on it. And what have I been saying as the oil price is going up? I've been pointing out what's going on the NYMEX because they got to take delivery of oil. This is a huge problem. This is probably one of the reasons they're going to say we can't have derivative markets anymore in commodities, because it's a con. They're not pricing derivatives. In oil, they're pricing a barrel of oil and the storage of that barrel of oil. Derivatives are a joke. And then remember, these idiotic Wall Street criminals and idiotic investors chase things that go up. It's like a flashy new toy. You always chase after it. That's why they keep the price of silver down so nobody invests in it. It's the opposite of what you might think. You want to buy low and sell high. That's not what happens. When things start to rise, people pile in. I want to get some. And then they get fleeced by the criminals. Anyway, it would appear no one told the machines that ADP would report a devastatingly ugly jobs report this morning. Oil started sliding early, but the better than expected ADP print actually seems to spark a panic puke for some reason ahead of this morning's EII inventory production report. First of all the inventories are rigged. The prices are rigged on the inventories of oil. Inventories of everything, but definitely on oil, because the oil market really watches the inventories. Why? Because if there's no room to take delivery, what the hell is there doing all these contracts out there? Here we go. Here's the crude oil volume. Look at the contracts. Look at the contracts. Yesterday, it didn't go down at all. I was screaming, boy, they better hurry up and get out. If the delivery date is on the 19th, today's the 6th, it's only business days. I think we're down to 14 business days. No, less than that. A lot less than that. What's this? It's the 6th. 6th, so we got I'm going to do this manually. 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th are the weekends. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 is weekend. Boom. 13 days? Or 8 days? 13 days. 13 trading days. 12 or 13 trading days. I can't do it off my head. Not a lot of time. So on average, the maximum that should be in this open interest is probably 75 million or 75,000 contracts, which is 75 million barrels, which is what the U.S. said they would take. But we're at 257. So somehow they're going to have to shed 257,000 contract, or actually they got to shed about 175,000 contracts. 175,000 contracts, meaning 175 million barrels of oil, are literally ready up for delivery because the financial guys aren't thinking again. Right back at you. They chased the money. And look, it only went down 407 barrels yesterday. How much is going to go down today or tomorrow or the next 12 days? Are we going to go negative again? It looks like we might. And if we do, what happens if all the buyers, that's a funny thing. Buyers can freeze up pretty easy. JP Morgan is awesome at this. They'll put bids out all over the board. You know, the July, June, August, September contracts, they got huge orders everywhere. So people look at the order book and they go, oh man, I can always sell my contracts. And then they'll just pull them back all at the same time. And boom, the market actually gets destroyed. This is the con of derivatives, commodity derivatives. So keep an eye on oil. It's a big part of the takedown of the bad guys, big part of the takedown of the economic system. Remember, the good guys and the bad guys want to destroy the system. The good guys want to destroy the system to take out the bad guys. The bad guys want to destroy it to hide their crimes. Only one way to go. You just got to hang on. Computer market rigging is very powerful, but it's not all powerful. Because both sides hold computers. Don't forget that. Here's something I want to talk about the raging war. Like I said in my timeline, if you've read it, there's going to be another round of bioweapon released. And it's going to be a bad one, and it's going to be the ultimate destruction of the markets. Here we have, from Zero Hedge, from Steve Watson. U.S. UK intelligence warned China's trying to hack the biolabs working on COVID research. So they're trying to hack the places that are trying to fix the problem. But it's not just them. It's not just China. It's the U.S. They do not want to fix this problem. They want the system to implode. Look at this. Researcher on cusp of COVID-19 breakthrough killed in a bizarre murder-suicide. Oh my God. So they are murdering people who are studying and about to release their findings on fixing our problem. Where's Trump? Where's the good guys on this one? A University of Pittsburgh researcher working on coronavirus project was fatally shot Saturday at his home in Ross Township, while his associate, Gao Hu, 46, was found dead in a car approximately 100 yards away of what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot. That's bullshit. This is the bad guys taking out the people who are fixing the problem. This was a setup. Obviously, I hope everybody understands that. We're at war. We're at war against the bad guys. And the war is coming out into the open. Researcher 37-year-old Bing Lu was found shot multiple times in the head, neck, and torso around noon on Saturday. Nothing was stolen from the townhouse, and there was no forced entry. Quote, Bing was on the verge of making very significant findings towards understanding the cellular mechanisms that underlie SARS-CoV-2 infection and the cellular basis of the following complications, the department announced in a written statement. Quote, we will make every effort to complete what he started with an effort to pay homage to his scientific excellence. I'll bet you at the same time he was taking out, all his written notes and lab work and everything was stolen from his house and his office. Yes, it is a huge war going on. And where do the bad guys come from? Within the governments, all governments, including the U.S. government. Coronavirus mutates into now dominant, more contagious form of doctors ponders east-west strains. It sounds like something the Democrats would say, right? A new study from Los Alamos National Laboratory has revealed a new dominant strain of the coronavirus, which appears to be more contagious, according to the authors. Los Alamos National Laboratory. That's where they created nuclear bombs. Bad guys, bad guys, bad guys. Meanwhile, doctors in the United States are wondering if the harder hit East Coast is being hit with a different version of the virus than the West Coast. Like I said, they got a new one coming. They're preparing us for that right now. Right when the outbreak, right when we go back to work, they're going to hit us again. Trump, you better get moving, man. Sounds like they don't want you in office. What does that mean? Do your arrest now. Pull the damn trigger. And more on this. Mysterious corona-linked syndrome spreads from London to New York. And they're trying to, basically reverse Trump's, hey, it's a China virus. No, it came from London. Insane. But hey, we're in year 0, right? You want to know more about year 0? Go to roadtoruta.com, sign up, go to the member area, and I am posting year 0 updates right here at the top. All kinds of great information in there. Roota's 2020 Woohoo timeline. That's the one you want to get. It was very difficult, but I still think this is right on. And it's crazy. It's a crazy timeline over the next year. Go to roadtoruta.com, hit subscribe today, and you will get 100 Theta and 100 Theta Fuel on a paper wallet. If you don't have cryptos, this is the best way to get them. Ask the people that got $20 worth of Bitcoin back when Bitcoin was $200. That's worth $900 now. They're $20 in Bitcoin. Also giving away Silver Roota coin, the coolest coin ever. Either one of these investments will, at some point, pay for the private road membership for a year. It's $299 for the full year, and you get this shipped right to your front door and access to all the Road to Roota information on the private road, in the member area, and just have a field day. Hey, use the archives. At the end of each section, there's archives on everything. If you're a private road member, you get everything. 3,000 articles. So much information on Road to Roota. And if you don't have any money, subscribe for free on the left. Subscribe for free on the left and get updates on the Road to Roota. I send updates out daily, 1 or 2 usually, along with the video and then a little bit of discussing what the video is about. It's usually a video. Sometimes it's not. Anyway, this is Bix with your Horn of Z's. You guys take care.